ALRA TV.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाज़रीन मोहतरम। गौर शाही मरहबा तमाम मुहिबान गौर शाही खिदमत में आप मुलाहिज़ा फरमा रहे हैं ALRA TV की खुसूसी नशियात, जिसमें कुछ देर बाद नुमाइंदे गौर शाही सैयद यूनुस AlGohar जलवा अफरोज़ होने वाले हैं। आपसे खिताब भी फरमाएंगे, आपके सवालात के जवाबात भी अता फरमाएंगे। उससे कबल सैयदना इमाम मेहदी सरकार गौर शाही की बारगाह अक़दस में नजराने अक़ीदत पेश करने की सादत हासिल कर रहे हैं। कलाम है नुमाइंदे गौर शाही सैयद यूनुस AlGohar का, और मेरे साथ नवाई में आज़म AlGohar और रिजवान गौहर शामिल हैं। सरकार मेरी और हम सब की हाजिरी कबूल मंजूर फरमाएँ, मुलाहिज़ा फरमाएँ। आमीन। गोहर या गोहर, 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 न दबा सकेगी दुनिया, न दबा सकेगी दुनिया अज़मत मेरे गौहर की, न दबा सकेगी दुनिया अज़मत मेरे गौहर की, न दबा सकेगी दुनिया अज़मत मेरे गौहर की। न बयां मिला सकेगी, न बयां मिला सकेगी मिदहत मेरे गौहर की, न दबा सकेगी दुनिया
अज़मत मेरे गौहर की न दबा सकेगी दुनिया, अज़मत मेरे गौहर की।
गौहर या गौहर,
गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर।
गूंजेगा हर जहां में अब इस मेरा रियाज़,
गूंजेगा हर जहां में अब इस मेरा रियाज़, गूंजेगा हर जहां में अब इस मेरा रियाज़।
देखेगी सारी दुनिया,
देखेगी सारी दुनिया कुदरत मेरे गौहर की, देखेगी सारी दुनिया कुदरत मेरे गौहर की।
न बयां में ला
सकेगी न बयां में ला सकेगी मिदहत मेरे गौहर की, न दबा सकेगी दुनिया, अज़मत मेरे गौहर की।
गौहर या गौहर,
गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर।
जो मुनकिरे वफा है वो मुनकिरे खुदा है,
जो मुनकिरे वफा है वो मुनकिरे खुदा है, जो मुनकिरे वफा है वो मुनकिरे खुदा है।
मेरी वफा में मुज़मिल,
मेरी वफा में मुज़मिल निस्बत मेरे गौहर की, मेरी वफा में मुज़मिल निस्बत मेरे गौहर की, मेरी वफा में मुज़मिल निस्बत मेरे गौहर की।
न बयां में ला सकेगी,
न बयां में ला सकेगी मिदहत मेरे गौहर की, न दबा सकेगा दुनिया, अज़मत मेरे गौहर की।
गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर,
गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर।
इश्क़े गौहर इबादत मंजिल है ज़ात गौहर,
इश्क़े गौहर इबादत मंजिल है ज़ात गौहर।
नबियों को फैज़ देना ये जिंदगी गौहर की, धड़कन पे उनका कब्ज़ा,
ये जिंदगी गौहर की, धड़कन पे उनका कब्ज़ा।
दिल का है तराना,
इस दिल का है तराना, अज़मत मेरे गौहर की। इस दिल का है तराना, इस दिल का है तराना, अज़मत मेरे गौहर की।
न बयां मिला सकेगी,
न बयां मिला सकेगी मिदहत मेरे गौहर की। न दबा सकेगी दुनिया अज़मत मेरे गौहर की। या गौहर गौहर 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 या गौहर।
तालिब को रब की उल्फत भटके हुओं को जन्नत,
तालिब को रब की उल्फत भटके हुए को जन्नत। तालिब को रब की उल्फत भटके हुए को जन्नत।
मेरे लिए है काफी,
मेरे लिए है काफी मोहब्बत मेरे गौहर की। मेरे लिए है काफी, मेरे लिए है काफी मोहब्बत मेरे गौहर की।
न बयां मिला सकेगी,
न बयां मिला सकेगी निदहत मेरे गौहर की। न दबा सकेगा दुनिया अज़मत मेरे गौहर की।
न दबा सकेगी दुनिया,
अज़मत मेरे गौहर की।
गौहर
या गौहर गौहर या गौहर गौहर या गौहर गौहर या गौहर गौहर या गौहर
गौहर
या गौहर गौहर या गौहर गौहर या गौहर या गौहर।
हर रूह में इश्क दाखिल, हर दिल में रब हो हासिल,
हर रूह में इश्क दाखिल, हर दिल में रब हो हासिल। हर रूह में इश्क दाखिल, हर दिल में रब हो हासिल।
इंसान हो रब से वासिल,
इंसान हो रब से वासिल, चाहत मेरे गौहर की। इंसान हो रब से वासिल, चाहत मेरे गौहर की।
न बयां मिला सकेगी,
न बयां मिला सकेगी मिदहत मेरे गौहर की। न दबा सकेगा कोई अज़मत मेरे गौहर की। न दबा सकेगी दुनिया अज़मत मेरे गौहर की।
गौहर
या गौहर गौहर या गौहर गौहर या गौहर गौहर या गौहर गौहर या गौहर गौहर या गौहर गौहर या गौहर गौहर या गौहर गौहर
रियाज जो के
मगरिब से मुर्तला
हो शम्स रियाज जो के
मगरिब से मुर्तला
आई जहाँ पे छाई
जहाँ पे छाई जलवत मेरे गौहर की आई जहाँ पे छाई जलवत मेरे गौहर की
न बयां में ला सकेगी
न बयां में ला सकेगी मिदहत मेरे गौहर की
दबा सकेगी दुनिया
अजमत मेरे गौहर की न दबा सकेगी दुनिया अजमत मेरे गौहर की
गौहर या गौहर
गौहर या गौहर गौहर या गौहर गौहर या गौहर गौहर
या गौहर
गौहर या गौहर गौहर या गौहर गौहर या गौहर गौहर या गौहर
मेहंदी का भेस भरती इंसान को है जगाया
मेहंदी का भेस भर के इंसान को है जगाया
मेहंदी का भेस भर
के इंसान को है जगाया
मुर्दों को जिंदा करना
मुर्दों को जिंदा करना आदत मेरे गौहर की मुर्दों को जिंदा करना आदत मेरे गौहर की
न बयां मिला सकेगी
न बयां में ला सकेगी मिदहत मेरे गौहर की न दबा सकेगी दुनिया अजमत मेरे गौहर की न दबा सकेगी दुनिया अजमत मेरे गौहर की
गौहर
या गौहर गौहर या गौहर गौहर या गौहर
मकसद हमारा गौहर, मंजिल हमारी गौहर,
मकसद हमारा गौहर, मंजिल हमारी गौहर, मकसद हमारा गौहर, मंजिल हमारी गौहर।
गौहर
या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर।
गौहर के गीत गाओ, जश्न गौहर मनाओ,
गौहर के गीत गाओ, जश्न गौहर मनाओ,
गौहर के गीत गाओ, जश्न गौहर मनाओ। मकसद
हमारा गौहर, मकसद हमारा गौहर, मंजिल हमारी गौहर, मकसद हमारा गौहर, मकसद हमारा गौहर, मंजिल हमारी गौहर।
गौहर
या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर।
गौहर से जुदा होकर गुमराही है तेरा,
गौहर से जुदा होकर गुमराही है तेरा, गौहर
से जुदा
होकर गुमराही है तेरा, गौहर से जुदा होकर गुमराही है तेरा।
मकसद
हमारा गौहर, मकसद हमारा गौहर, मंजिल हमारी गौहर, मकसद हमारा गौहर, मंजिल हमारी गौहर।
गौहर या गौहर,
गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर, गौहर या गौहर।
जिक्रे गौहर शमा है, रसता है हुब्बे गौहर,
जिक्रे गौहर शमा है,
पनाह हमारी गौहर,
शैतान का वार समझो है पनाह हमारी गौहर।
शैतान का वार समझो है पनाह हमारी गौहर। मकसद
हमारा गौहर, मकसद हमारा गौहर, मंजिल हमारी गौहर। मकसद
हमारा गौहर, मंजिल
हमारी गौहर। गौहर या गौहर, 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 गौहर या गौहर।
ईमान हमारा गौहर, पहचान हमारी गौहर।
ईमान हमारा गौहर, पहचान हमारी गौहर।
उल्फत हमारी गौहर, फितरत हमारी गौहर।
उल्फत हमारी गौहर, फितरत हमारी गौहर।
नुसरत हमारी गौहर, मोहब्बत हमारी गौहर।
नुसरत हमारी गौहर, मोहब्बत हमारी गौहर।
गौहर बिना हमारी वक़्त नहीं जरा सी।
गौहर बिना हमारी हुकूमत नहीं जरा सी।
उक़बा हमारी गौहर, दुनिया हमारी गौहर।
उक़बा हमारी गौहर, दुनिया हमारी गौहर।
यूनुस गौहर का प्यारा लगाता है ये ही नारा।
यूनुस गौहर का प्यारा
लगाता है
ये नारा।
है जान हमारी गौहर, है शान हमारी गौहर।
है जान हमारी गौहर, है शान हमारी गौहर।
मकसद हमारा गौहर, मंजिल हमारी गौहर।
मकसद हमारा गौहर, मंजिल हमारी गौहर।
नाज़रीन मोहतरम, इस महफिल के लिंक को शेयर करते हुए मैं बिला ताखीर दरख्वास्त गुज़ार हूँ नुमाइंदा गौशाई सैयदी यूनुस अलगौहर की बारगाह आलिया में कि वो अपने बयान से तफसीस फरमाएं, मुलाहिज़ा फरमाएं। नुमाइंदा गौशाई सैयदी यूनुस अलगौहर।
गौशाई मरहबा। फारूक साहब तशरीफ लाए हैं दुबई से, मुंबई से। कब अभी आए हैं? मुंबई में कहाँ रहते? मुमरा में। अच्छा। हाँ हाँ हाँ। कैसा रहा सफर? अच्छा, अभी तो होगी, अभी कहाँ हुई है? This is 21st century, in which we are more prone to materialistic world than ever before. Religions, faiths, and all other groups of people who believe in God, they have lost their glory. I was under the impression that only the countries in the East, like India and Pakistan and Bangladesh, our political leaders are corrupt. But today I was really shocked to learn that the Israeli Prime Minister had been charged under corruption, bribery. There are only two countries in the world right now, independence of whom were obtained under the banner of a religion: Pakistan and Israel. Only two countries. Their independence was obtained in the name of religion. So, if a prime minister of a country was very religious and he's leading the country from the front, and then he's charged for bribery, corruption, something is missing from his religious practice. Isn't that true? That's what it is. In Pakistan, Islam is not only a religion, but also a play card. Every now and then, politicians in Pakistan use the card of Islam. Islam was never under threat. From time to time in Pakistan, the politicians warn the public that Islam is under threat. Islam is nowhere under threat. In India, the same tactic is used: religion to gain power. We have been left with no morals. People who talk about Sufism, their attitude is so negative. Why? Are they really practicing Sufism? Morally and spiritually, humanity is in chaos. It's not about one particular group of people. Not about Islam or Hinduism or Judaism. It's about people. Those who are corrupt, they will remain to be corrupt. Whether their name is Nawaz Sharif or their name is Netanyahu. It's about the human being. It's not about the religion. Humanity has forgotten why did they need a religion. If you do not know why you need a religion and you still practice it, definitely you'll be a hypocrite. And those who realized they didn't know why they needed a religion, they were clever enough, they quit practicing their religion. The majority of people in the West do not practice a religion at all because they have sussed it out. Religion is not going to bring any positive change in their lives. You need to be a really courageous man to speak the truth. Human mind is very fragile and vulnerable because our mind is always controlled by some negative vibes, negative sources, negative energies. A right thing doesn't penetrate through the thick walls of the fabric of society which is covering our head. We're just fiddling with everything. We are fiddling with Quran and Bible and Torah and Talmud and Gita. We're just fiddling with it. If there is a Ram Mandir, Hindus are happy, but Muslims are not happy. Muslims want to build Babri Mosque. But have you forgotten? Either it is a temple or it's a mosque. Same God is going to be worshipped. If you build a mosque other than a temple, do you think you will be worshipping a different God? No. People are fighting. No, we will build Babri Mosque. We don't need mosques, do we? We need true Muslims. We don't need mosques. Bayezid Bustami, rahmatullah alayh, was a great mystic of his times. And he loved seclusion, Brother Steve. So most of his life he spent in a jungle. He didn't want to associate with human beings. He used to think it was very tough to associate with human beings. He was more familiar with God than human beings. So he decided to adopt seclusion. And he became for a longer period of time, he was a recluse. One day he was in the jungle and he was busy in his daily routine of meditation and other spiritual activities that he would perform. And suddenly he spotted a man roaming about. And he asked him, "What are you looking for?" And he said, "I'm looking for a clean place." And Bayezid asked, "Why?" He said, "Because I wanted to offer salat. I'm looking for a clean piece of land, clean place." And Bayezid Bistami rahmatullah alayhi said, "Oh fool, purify your heart and offer salat anywhere. It's not about the mosque. It's about this. Stop fighting over mosques. Whether you build a temple, Ram temple, or you build a Babri mosque, same God is going to be worshipped. But then again, if it is a Ram Mandir, same God is going to be worshipped, but what about the worshipper? Is the worshipper good enough to convey his puja to God? Is his heart clean enough to become a recipient of the outcome of the worship that he would perform in that temple? Or forget about it. Demolish the temple. Let's build a mosque. The mosque is there. What about the worshippers? Are you capable enough as a worshipper to provide God a clean passage of heart through which your worship can reach God? No. There are already thousands of mosques. We don't need mosques and temples. Hindus want to build a temple in Ayodhya. Muslims want to build a mosque. As a third party, I think we should turn it into a cricket ground. Why? Because at least we have better cricket players in India than Hindus and Muslims, right? It's very deep and profound what I said. People in India know more about cricket than religion. Why should we need a temple or a mosque? Muslims do not know their religion, Hindus do not know their religion. Why are you making a religious ground? Make it as a cricket ground. Where you at least you can, exhibit your caliber. You can bat well. We'll send Kohli and others to make double centuries every day. So our faith is not based on the truth. We just want each other's blood. We're thirsty of blood. And this happens when religions do not work for you. Religions, like our honorable guest few days ago, Lee Wiseman said, religion is part of solution. Religion, part of solution. It's a very, exuberant kind of a thought. I think if religion in some places is part of problem, how can religion be part of solution in other places? If religion is part of solution here, religion will remain to be part of solution everywhere. Today, religion is not part of solution anymore. Religions were part of solution at times when their spiritual system was intact. Today, religions are very similar to orphanage. Their guardian is missing. And then in this day and age, in 21st century, people who listen to me every day, they don't seem to purify fully. They need constant, taming, constant taming. There is so much talk, verbology, so much phraseology, this and that. This is Sufism, that is Hinduism, that is Islam. We are far from the fruits and looms of the religion. Why? Because the souls are still dormant. When the souls are dormant, you can put 1,000 Sufi books and then lay on them and then bury yourself under 5,000 Sufi books. You're still impure and dirty, no matter who you are, whether you're a Muslim or a Hindu or a Jew. Books will not turn you into a Sufi. You have to adopt spirituality in practice, purification, enlightenment, activation of the heart. It makes me really sad when I see people who talk about Sufism day and night and take pride in being so much knowledgeable about Sufism. But they are unaware of the enlightenment of the heart. They're unaware of the practical illumination of the breast. They are unaware of the purgation and purification of the lower self. And they are so consumed with their own selves. They cannot see that their head is full of deceit and arrogance. This is not Sufism. The moment you start purification of the lower self, you begin to realize how invaluable you are. In the very first stage, when you embark upon the journey of cleansing of the lower self, the first thing that will hit your head will be very close to depression. Brother Steve, depression. But it won't be depression. Remember, negation of the self, lower self, the self-denial. So as you begin to cleanse your lower self, the first feeling you will get is how invaluable you are. Meaning, you have no worth. You have no value. You're zero. But it's very delicate. This feeling of being invaluable is not about you. It is about the inner devil. Like the process of cleansing of the lower self has now started. Purification is coming. Divine light is entering the dark chambers of the ego, the dark chambers of the lower self. And the devil sitting inside is now having this feeling. Now, as I am being surrounded by the divine energies, I feel invaluable. That is the feeling of the inner devil. But the thing is, ever since we were born, this devil was born with our birth. So our feelings have been entwined with the feelings of the inner devil. It is very tricky and almost impossible in the first stage to identify whose feelings they are. Because devil, the inner devil, doesn't own its feelings. The devil never ever owns his feelings. If it is devil, remember this, if it is devil inside you, it will never own its feelings. Never. This is why I oftentimes tell you that a true believer will never be sure that he is a true believer. Right? A true believer will always have this doubt. Oh, no. I'm not pure. I'm a hypocrite. Whereas the hypocrite will be so sure inside him or her. If he is not a true believer, who else is? It's the opposite. Why? Because the devil doesn't own its feelings. If you understand what I mean. The devil, and if you don't own your feelings, it simply means you're in complete control of the devil. When you do something wrong, and you think this is not because of you, it's because of them. This is how you disown your feelings. You do something wrong, right? But your senses tell you, no, it's not me. It's not me, it's him. So the first thing is, identify your faults and flaws and own your faults and flaws. First step towards cleansing of the lower self. You will see, when you do something wrong, you always want to put the blame on others. But a Sufi doesn't do that. Why? Because he goes through this process where he learns to own his flaws and the faults. Because you cannot trust yourself. The inner devil is deeply rooted in your being, and the feelings of both are entwined. So why, when the devil whispers in your heart, you think it's you, and then you start feeling bad about yourself. Oh, I'm so bad. But then you realize these thoughts are so dirty and impure. I was never thinking of such things, I never thought why these thoughts are coming into my heart. This is the time when you should realize that there are two feelings in you. One feeling belongs to you, and the other feeling belongs to the inner devil that you house in you. So as a starter, learn to own your flaws and your faults. Do not quickly jump to putting the blame on others. It's very common now, right? If Ikhlaq Bhai is sitting there and I ask him, why are you sitting here? Why are you not sitting there? So most probably he will say, oh, nobody allowed me to sit there, so I'm just sitting here. It's not my fault. There was no seat there. Why you're late? I was downstairs for half an hour. I was ringing the bell. Nobody came. Putting the blame on others in everything. Who are you defending? Okay, what will happen if you tell the truth? I'm sorry, I'm late. What will happen? Nothing. If you say, if I ask you, Ikhlaq, why are you sitting here? Um, you can say, I didn't know I was not supposed to sit here. If I shouldn't be sitting here, I can sit somewhere else. I'm sorry. Simple. So as a Sufi, you should start owning what comes from you. Don't just open your mouth and say, oh, this is because of him. Stop putting blame on others. If you think you're man enough, brave enough, then say, yes, I have done it and I'm sorry. Are you brave enough to say that? If you're not brave enough to say that, you're worse than a dog. आपने गलती की है, गलत काम किया है, कम से कम इतनी इखलाकी जुर्रत तो होनी चाहिए कि आप कह सकें ये मेरा कसूर है, मैंने किया है, मैं माफी चाहता हूं, माजरत चाहता हूं। फिर कहाँ की मैनहुड है आपकी? कहाँ के मर्द हैं आप? क्यों भाई? You think you're a man, powerful man, and you do not have a little courage to own your mistakes. What a shame. But when you go through this process and become a Sufi, when you make a mistake, you say, oh yes, I understand that. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Why is it difficult to do it? Because when we admit our mistake, we feel low. And the inner devil doesn't want that. So in order to purify, make sure you feel low abundantly. I'm not making a claim. I'm being very honest with you today. In the entire world, there is no organization which is providing practical knowledge of spirituality. It's all bookish knowledge. But then again, as a Sufi, Brother Steve, as a Sufi, Swamiji, as a Sufi, carry on, keep enlightening humanity without reservations, without any prejudice, and do not be discouraged by these strange critics who will feel, devilishly obliged to just criticize you. What is this? This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. Do not be put off by any sort of criticism. All you need as a Sufi, you will need more courage than food. Brother Steve? You will need more courage every day than you need food. Because without courage, Maula Ali said, the cousin of Prophet Muhammad, he said, if you are preaching the truth, get ready for opposition. If you love the truth, and if you preach the truth, you must be opposed. And sometimes the opposition will be so fierce, like somebody has a personal vendetta against you. You must be brave enough not to be put off by any negative remark, by any negative criticism. But if somebody criticizes you, after every time somebody criticizes you, you should go through self-accountability. Why? In order to ensure that criticism is not valid. The only way you can ensure the criticism is not valid is the process of self-accountability. When somebody criticizes you, do not just dismiss it. Hear it well. Take your time. Reflect on what the blame has been put on you. And assess yourself whether the criticism is wrong or right. If the criticism is right, then go and thank him. Right? If the criticism is right, then go and thank them. Right? And if the criticism is wrong, then at least you will have satisfaction of your heart that this is invalid criticism. Just overhear it and forget about it. Most of the time, criticism is not real. People just open their mouth. And if there is something that they don't like about you, they come indirect. They will never say you're ugly. They will tell you what you're teaching us is wrong. Criticism. Take criticism very seriously. How seriously? when we say take criticism seriously, it doesn't mean you should go and beat them up. No. When somebody criticizes you, reflect on it. Think over it. And assess yourself. Self-assessment. Self-accountability. A common man is accountable to God on the day of judgment. But a Sufi is accountable to himself every day. A Sufi, so what do we learn? What did we learn today? Number one, criticism. What are you going to do when you face criticism? Raise your hands who want to answer. The question is, what are you supposed to do when you face criticism? Raise your hands if you want to answer. Brother Steve.
You should be accountable every day. So every day, criticism or negative comments that you have, just reflect on it. Is it true? Am I actually like this? Am I
Right.
am I behaving in this way that they're saying? And then fix yourself.
That's it. Self-accountability. If he can see something is wrong in me, why can't I see it? And I should be thanking him for pointing it out to me, because I was unaware of what wrong I did. If somebody is pointing out to me, I should reflect on it, think about it, assess myself, go through the process of self-accountability, and then go and thank him. Thank you so much. I was so blind of myself. You pointed that out to me quite rightly, and I'm thankful to you. In case you reflected on it, you thought about it, you went through self-accountability, and you found the criticism was invalid, then pay no attention to it. Dismiss it. And this will happen every day. Because some people, in the olden days, negative criticism would only come from people who were jealous of you. But today, there are no rules and regulations in our morality. Today, everybody, goes about the bush. He has to say something negative. In the olden days, only wives would do that. They would criticize unreasonably. There was a saint of God, and he was a great saint. But his wife would think very low of him. And when he would talk about his miracles, she would often say, "Oh, no, this is not a miracle. There are so many mystics around you. They are greater than you." And one day, he was flying physically. So he made sure that when he's flying, he flies over his house so that he can be spotted by his wife. So he was flying and he saw his wife was standing in the courtyard and she is spotted. But obviously, she couldn't see the face. He was so above her head. And when he returned home in the evening, She said, "You often talk about saints and their miracles. I saw a saint today." And he said, "Really?" Wow. He was anticipating like she would now mention my name. And he asked, "What did you see? What did you see?" He was being so impatient. And she said, "He was flying over our house." And he said, "Didn't you recognize me? It was me." She said, "Oh, really? This is why you were tilted on the left." So this kind of criticism would only come from our close relatives. Like Jesus said, no prophet was accepted by the people of his hometown. That is very true. But any criticism from anywhere must be taken seriously, and seriously in a sense that you must reflect on it and you must see whether the criticism is valid or invalid. How do you do that? Reflect on it, assess yourself, self-accountable, and this is how you'll come to know. And when you know this is invalid, then dismiss it. But in order to do all this, you need a lot of courage. Who will convince you to reflect on it? Because a lot of people do not even want to think over it. You need to have a very strong character. And you will have a strong character when you have a very strong heart. A heart becomes strong when the heart has a lot of divine energy. A lot of divine energy. So criticism. This is point number 1 today. Criticism. Point number 2. As a Sufi, what should I say? You know, in Sufism, generally there are 3 categories of people. Number 1, those who are students, Sufi students. Some are Sufi masters. And then the third category is a student and as a master same time. Mustafiz. So, being a student is very easy. You have no worries. Hakuna Matata. It means no worry. Because you're a student. Master, no worries. But when you act like a student and at the same time you also fill up a job of a master, it's very difficult and very different. Every single follower of His Holiness Gohar Shahi is a student and also a master. Why? He is a student. He is learning spirituality from His Holiness Sarkar Gohar Shahi. But at the same time, he is delivering the message to others. Right? At the same time. Because the mission of His Holiness Gohar Shahi is for the entire humanity. We don't have enough masters. I mean, we don't have masters at all. So, the job of a master is to be done by the student as well. Now, this is very difficult, to be a student and a master at the same time. As a student, you should learn everything about spirituality, all the secrets, and preserve them in your heart. But do not forget, you have yet another role to play, the role of a master. As a master, do not unload yourself on newcomers. What do you think, Brother Steve? As a student, you should be in pursuit of all the secrets of God and then preserve them in your heart. But make sure when you play the role of a master, the secrets should be time released. You cannot just, unload all the secrets in one go. This is what you have forgotten. That being a student, you also have to play a role, and the role is very important. So the moment your heart is enlightened, it's natural, you want to share it with others. As soon as the heart is enlightened, you want to share it with others, and you want to tell them how great you feel now. And you want them to join this spiritual bounty of God. And while you're so excited, you unload yourself. You want to fill them up with all the secrets that you learned in 12 years in one day. That is wrong. As a student, you have all the right to collect as much secrets as possible. But then, preserve them. Now start another role, the role of a master. You have to play both roles. So, when you talk about spirituality and you tell others, that is the time when you're not speaking as a student. To yourself, you're a student. But the moment you open your mouth, make sure you brush it every day. The moment you open your mouth, now begins the role of a master. And now you have to be very, very careful. Right? If a girl, they have their boyfriend and girlfriend, the advice is they should take it easy. If everything is exposed before the marriage, what secret would there be on that day? What surprise would there be on that day? There would be no surprise, because both of them have already done everything. Both of them have already seen everything. But those, who were economical with the truth, they have some surprises for the appointed day, the day of marriage. If you share all the secrets with others, obviously, some secrets can only be comprehended at an appropriate time. Before time, no matter how hard you struggle and explain them, comprehension of certain truths come with time. Do you understand my point? So as a master, you shouldn't be sharing the secrets that you learned in 12 years. Just imagine and do justice. Think about it. You learned those secrets in 12 years. if you unload yourself in 12 minutes on a newcomer, this is like a gang rape. You know? یہ تو بلاत्कार کی طرح ہے. You have to be very, very careful. Just when you open your mouth and you tell people about this mission, the role of a master starts. Now be careful. Only talk about enlightenment of the heart, purification of the lower self. Right? You see, all the Sufis that have come into this world and lived a wonderful life, blissful life, an amiable life with an experience of God, they lived like a Sufi student for 10, 20, 30 odd years. And when they became a saint of God and they were appointed as masters, only then they played the role of a master. So for them it was easy. But now we're at the twilight of this world. The end of the world is round the corner. And His Holiness Gohar Shahi doesn't want to waste time. So every single follower of His Holiness Gohar Shahi has to play two roles. Role of a Sufi student and role of a Sufi master. So you need to learn this trick, how to swiftly switch from being a Sufi student to Sufi master. Right? It's like a hybrid car. The Toyota Corolla and Lexus, they have hybrid engine. Hybrid engine. What is a hybrid engine? That has two sources. Right? Initially, the car will start off with electric power. But when the car is moving and it goes over 30 miles per hour, the engine will switch to either diesel or petrol. This is hybrid engine. And this is artificial intelligence fixed in those engines. When to switch from electric to fuel. You should be intelligent enough. You should be more intelligent than an engine of Toyota Corolla, my friend. You should be able to know when is the right time to switch. Your role from being a student to a master. Being a student, you can ask me questions and I will share the truth with you. But as soon as you switch from a student to master, then release the divine secrets at a very, very, very low pace. There should be time released. Do not do carpet bombing. One rocket of secret after another. It is going to destroy their iman. It is going to destroy their mental capacity to absorb the secrets of God. Right? So every member of Universal Sufi Order, Mehdi Foundation International, Messiah Foundation International, as a follower, as a disciple of His Holiness Gohar Shahi, has two roles to play at a time. How many roles? Two roles to play at a time. Role of a Sufi student and role of a Sufi master. Okay? As a student, you're a student to yourself. So as a student, whatever secrets of God you accumulate in you, keep it to yourself. That's your asset. right? But the moment you explain spirituality to others, now you're switching to the role of a master. Now you need to be very careful. When a baby is born, we give the baby milk formula. Can you feed that baby biryani, especially made by Amjad Hussain, or korma? Can you? No. Why? The baby's stomach cannot digest that strong food. But when you grow up, then you can digest that food. In a similar way, when a novice is coming to you and you're sharing spiritual knowledge with him or her, you need to bear this truth in your mind. The spiritual digestion of the novice is very vulnerable and volatile. You need to be very careful. Some of the secrets of God are like spicy biryani and spicy korma. You're not supposed to share it with them. Time will come. Time will come. When the heart is strong enough, the heart will itself say, give me more, give me more. When the heart says, give me more, then give them more and more and so much more. Right. So as a disciple of His Holiness Gohar Shai, how many roles do you have to play, my friend? Mention them. Role of a Sufi student and a role of a Sufi master. What are you supposed to do as a Sufi student, my friend? As a student, you can gather as many secrets of God as you humanly can, but preserve it. You're not supposed to share it with others. I will talk about a quote of Sarkar Gohar Shahi that Brother Steve put on his post today, because it's very sensitive and it's totally the opposite of what we discussed yesterday. In which Sarkar said, love and fragrance cannot be hid. I'll talk about it. It has a very profound meaning. Yeah, but it doesn't contradict with what we discussed yesterday. Bear in mind, it doesn't contradict. So, as a Sufi student, a student learns. That's it. When you learn, preserve that knowledge in the heart. And as a student, maybe you've been a student for the past 10, 20 years, and in 20 years you must have learned a lot of divine secrets. Obviously, you're not supposed to share it with somebody who just joined spirituality, right? So as a student, learn as much as you can and preserve that knowledge in your heart. But the moment you switch to the role of a master, then only stick to the first lesson. No more than the first lesson. As a master, as a role of a master, I'm not saying master, I must say as a role of a master, so you don't think you're a master. Role of a master. The moment you switch to role of a master, first lesson. And what is the first lesson? Activation of the heart, purification of the lower self. No more than that. Is it clear? What is the first lesson? And as a role of a master, you will never come to give them lesson number 2 because they will ask me. You only give them the first lesson. And what is the first lesson? Activation of the heart. What are the physical and spiritual benefits of activation of the heart? Why activation of the heart is important? Explain it to them. And then purification of the lower self. Why purification of the lower self is so important? Explain it to them. And how will purification of the lower self will come about? Explain it to them. That's all. As role of a Sufi master, your job is done. Stitch your mouth. Is that clear? What do you think about this, Steve? Okay. As a disciple of His Holiness Gohar Shahi, how many roles do you have to play? What are they? If you want to learn to speak good English, open your mouth, and say the words clearly. Don't just do this. Don't do this. Especially you. How many roles you play when you're a disciple of His Holiness Gohar Shahi? And what are these 2 roles? Okay. As a Sufi student, what are you supposed to do? And who will tell you to switch to the role of master? तुम्हारा इंटेलिजेंस क्या घास चरने गया है? God, I couldn't control it. Nobody is going to tell you. Nobody is going to tell you that now you're switching. Right? So, how will you know you're switching? Because now you're opening your mouth. The moment you open your mouth and you're about to tell them about spirituality, that is the moment. The moment you open your mouth and you're about to tell people about spirituality, that is when you must switch to the role of a master. Now speak responsibly. Right, Brother Steve? Speak. And when we say speak responsibly, it only means do not speak further than first lesson. Lesson number 1 contains 2 points. Activation, enlightenment of the heart, why it is important, explain it to them. Give them references from Bhagavad Gita, Torah, Talmud, Bible, Quran, or any book that you have written yourself, wherever. Lower self, how to purify it. This is your job. When you are playing a role of a master, your, your field is very congested and it's very difficult for you to maneuver. You cannot go past 2 points. There is no third point for you. Only 2 points. And even if somebody asks you, tell them I do not know. Like Younus AlGohar used to say. Namdinna. I do not know. Now the thing is, if you say to them, I do not know, maybe they will question your mastership. They will think, oh, you're not a master then. Tell them, no, I'm not a master. I'm just playing role of a master. I'm playing role of a master. I'm not a master. Right? Who is true master? Only true master is Gohar Shahi. We are all students. We are all. There is only one true master. It doesn't mean we're excluding Jesus. No, talking about today. It doesn't mean Moses was not a master. It doesn't mean Abraham was not a master. We're talking about today, in our circle, right? So the only true master for us is Sarkar Gohar Shahi. And we're all students. And we all have moments when we have to switch from being a student to playing role of a master. All of us. So the only master we have is Lord Rariya's Gohar Shahi. Bear it in your mind. अपने जहन में हमने ये रखना है. Who is the true master? And we are all students, full-time students and part-time masters. Agree? So when we play role of a master, we have to be very responsible. Act responsibly. Like you're in casino. Play responsibly. Only talk about 2 points. Activation of the heart and purification of the lower self. So these 2 points now. So we have discussed these 2 points. I want you to reflect on it. And I'm now going to invite our respected Swamiji for the lesson of Bhagavad Gita, the sacred book. And after the Swamiji discourse, we will have a panel of discussion, right? And in which we will discuss all these points. ठीक है ना Zahir bhai? You will be one of the panelists. Tanveer bhai, Zahir bhai, and Irfan, Ghafoor bhai, of course, a leader of the panel, Brother Steve and Nasir. So let us invite our very respected Swamiji. आपके लिए कुर्सी मंगवा लूँ? थक जाओगे यार. हाँ? अच्छा.
आज दूसरा दिन है. कल ही मैंने बताया था कि ये एपिसोड जो है 5076 इयर्स पहले इस दुनिया में ये एपिसोड रिलीज हुआ था. वो एपिसोड अभी वापिस रिलीज हो रहा है.
वाह वाह.
यही एपिसोड सेम. लेकिन ये प्लेटफॉर्म जो है वो उसी का ही प्लेटफॉर्म था जो प्लेटफॉर्म यहाँ उन्होंने वापिस 5076 इयर्स के बाद यहाँ फिर खड़ा किया है. उसमें कृष्ण का जो रोल है वो रा रियाज गौर साई अदा कर रहे थे 5076 ईयर पहले, और सामने अर्जुन था एक स्टूडेंट के नाते। वैसे ही हम सब स्टूडेंट है, और वही रियाज गौर साई ये एपिसोड रिपीट करने जा रहा है। इसमें हम सब स्टूडेंट है, लेकिन सामने स्टूडेंट है, तो अभी रियाज गौर साई कैसे बोल रहा है, क्या कर रहा है, वो हम हमारे जो अभी मास्टर है यूनुस अल गौहर साई के हृदय में और उसके मुख से वो यही एपिसोड रिलीज कर रहा है। तो मैं तो निमित्त हूं, मैं तो दास का दास बन के ये आज दूसरा 3 जो चैप्टर है श्रीमद् भगवत गीता का, उसके बारे में बताऊंगा। मैं तो दास का दास बन के ये बात कर रहा हूं।
हम सब दास के दास।
जी जी। तो रियाज गौहर साई और सूफी मास्टर के चरणों में प्यार से नमन करता हुआ वापस वही कुरुक्षेत्र के मैदान, यही कुरुक्षेत्र का मैदान है, यहाँ वापस आके फिर आज हम चौथा चैप्टर जो है उसका नाम है ज्ञान मार्ग, ज्ञान योग। तो ये योग जो शब्द है हर एक चैप्टर के साथ योग लगाया हुआ है। योग
तीसरा वाला तो पूरा नहीं हुआ था ना?
नहीं, जनरली हो गया था, क्योंकि
अच्छा।
45 मिनट्स में 3 चैप्टर को हाईलाइट करना थोड़ा
अच्छा।
मैंने ऐसे किया है, करा है। तो उसी तीसरे चैप्टर में जो अर्जुन ने कहा कि मेरे पर कृपा करिए कि मेरा ये लोअर सेल्फ, मेरा जो नेगेटिव जो है, जिसको मैं मोहवश में अभी तक पकड़ के बैठा हूं, उसको मैं नष्ट कैसे कर सकूं, तो मेरे पर कृपा करिए। और आप जो है हर एक मेरे जैसे शिष्य के सामने कैसे पेश होते हैं, क्या आपकी रीत क्या है, वो भी थोड़ा बताइए, ताकि आने वाले कहीं मेरे जैसे स्टूडेंट को भी उसका फायदा मिले। तो उन्होंने, अर्जुन ने क्वेश्चन पूछा कि आप कैसे आपके शिष्य के हृदय में अवतरित करके कैसे वहां पहुंचते हैं, आपकी रीत बताइए। गुरु महाराज को बताया, पूछा कि आपकी रीत बताइए। तो उन्होंने जवाब दिया कि मेरा जो रूह है, मेरी जो शक्ति का रूह है, पहले मैं उसको धारण करता हूं, फिर मेरे शिष्य यानी कि तेरे जैसे अर्जुन, तेरे जैसे जिज्ञासु के हृदय में जाके वो मेरा जो नूर है, मेरे जो नॉलेज का पावर है, वो मैं वहां इंस्टॉल करता हूँ।
वाह वाह, क्या बात।
तेरे हृदय में जाके मैं वहां इंस्टॉल करता हूँ।
वाह वाह।
तो जैसे वो मेरा रूह, मेरा ज्ञान का पावर वहां इंस्टॉल हो जाता है, तो उसको थोड़ी खुशी मिलने लगती है, महसूस होता है कि आज क्या हो गया अजीब सा, मेरे को खुशी मिलने लगी। फिर वो जिज्ञासु बन के वो अंदर से इच्छा जगती है कि अरे अरे, तो ये मेरे को वहां सत्संग में गया था, वहां स्पिरिचुअल गैदरिंग में गया था, वहां से किसी कुछ मुझे मिलेगा, ऐसी अंदर महसूस होता है, अंदर वो भावना जगती है, इच्छा प्रकट होती है।
वाह।
फिर वो गुरु वो मुर्शिद ढूंढने के लिए प्रयास करता है, गुरु को ढूंढता है। वो महफिलों में जाता है, वहां जाता है, वहां जाता है, महफिलों में जाके वो पूछता है कि मेरा ये प्रश्न है, मुझे ये मेरा जवाब करिए, मुझे समाधान करिए। लेकिन वो श्रीमद् भगवत गीता में बताया गया है कि मैं हृदय स्थान में ही मिलता हूँ।
हाँ, क्या बात है।
मैं दूसरे दुनिया में कहीं नहीं मिलूंगा।
वाह वाह।
उन्होंने 5076 साल पहले सिक्का लगा के दुनिया वालों को बता दिया है कि मेरा मिलने का स्थान सिर्फ हृदय स्थान, हृदय देश है।
क्या बात है।
दूसरा कोई स्थान पे मैं नहीं मिलूंगा।
वाह वाह।
तो उन्होंने वो भगवत गीता में सिक्का मार के बोला है। तो आज मेरे प्यारे हिंदू भाई मंदिरों में ढूंढता है, भगवान को मंदिरों में ढूंढता है। गीता में बता दिया मैं वहां नहीं मिलूंगा। तो ये क्यों मंदिर के पीछे पड़े हैं? अरे मंदिर के पीछे मत पड़ो, वो गीता में 5076 साल बता दिया। और उन्होंने बताया कि विराट विश्व तुम्हारे लिए मंदिर बना के तेरे को गिफ्ट में दे रहा हूं। तेरे को दूसरा मंदिर खड़ा करने के लिए समय, शक्ति, धन, ये सब नष्ट नहीं करना है। ये बता दिया था तब, लेकिन माने नहीं। तो आज मंदिर मस्जिद के पीछे उन्होंने सारा एनर्जी, समय, शक्ति बर्बाद कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि उसको ज्ञान नहीं है। एक क्रिएटर ऑफ द गॉड उसके हृदय स्थल, उसका नूर, उसकी शक्ति वहां पहुंच पाई नहीं है, क्योंकि वो हकीकत में जिज्ञासु नहीं हुए हैं अर्जुन जैसे। कोई भी अर्जुन जैसा जब बर्निंग डिजायर जिसके दिल में खड़ी होती है, तो वो कृपालु बन के उसके हृदय में वो उसका नॉलेज का पावर इंस्टॉल कर देता है।
वाह वाह, क्या
तो
बात।
आज के जमाने में उन्होंने बता दिया कि मैं नहीं मंदिर में मिलता, नहीं मस्जिद में मिलता, नहीं गुरुद्वारों में मिलता, नहीं चर्च में मिलता, मैं कहीं नहीं मिलूंगा। उन्होंने बता दिया था। और मेरे को ढूंढने वालों को मैं और बता देता हूं कि तो फिर अर्जुन ने पूछा, अरे कृपा करिए, आप कहाँ मिलते हैं और कैसे मिलते हैं? तो उन्होंने बोला कि तत्ववेता ज्ञानी जागृत पुरुष के पास जाके आपको वहां उसको एकदम नम्र बन के सरेंडर होना पड़ेगा, गदगद दिल से उसको रिक्वेस्ट करना पड़ेगा कि मेरे को मेरा ज्ञान, हकीकत का ज्ञान दीजिए। तत्ववेता पुरुष की व्याख्या करी। फिर अर्जुन ने वहां पूछा कि वो तत्ववेता पुरुष कौन है, कैसा है वो, मैं कैसे पहचानूंगा? तो फिर उन्होंने वहां बताया कि जो दातारी का काम करता हो, भीख मंगा न हो, और पैसा, कीर्ति, प्रतिष्ठा, भोग विलास की कोई अपेक्षा नहीं करने वाला होगा, और कभी किसी को बंधन में नहीं डालेगा, शिष्य नहीं बनाएगा।
वाह वाह, क्या बात है।
और तीसरी बात आगे बताई, तू मेरा सखा बन के आया है, मैंने तेरे को सखा मित्र भाव से स्वीकार किया है।
वाह वाह।
तो जो समान कक्ष मित्र भाव रखेगा, आगे बताया कि वो कभी कोई सभ्य पद, डोनेशन, मेंबरशिप फी ऐसा कुछ नहीं रखेगा, और वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, संस्थाएं बड़ी करना है, विकसित करना है, वो करना है, ये झंझटों में वो नहीं रहेगा।
वाह वाह वाह।
टोटली वो मुक्त रहेगा।
वाह।
किसी के बंधन में नहीं होगा।
वाह वाह वाह।
और जो उसके संग में आएगा वो सबको मुक्त करने का राह बताएगा।
वाह वाह,
ये गीता में बताया गया है। तो आज हजारों लोग, अरे मैं तत्ववेता हूं, मैं ये हूं, मैं तत्ववेता हूं, ऐसा करके करके लाखों करोड़ों भोले भाले लोगों को शिष्य बनाकर, डोनेशन खड़ा करके संस्थाएं खड़े करते जा रहा है। संस्थाएं वो सारा बंधन में जा रहे हैं, क्योंकि वो खुद बंधन में है, पैसों के बंधन में है, पैसे के आशिक है, कीर्ति ये सब के आशिक में है, वो खुद बंधन में है, वो कैसे मुक्त कराएगा? तो ये इशारा किया कि वो मुक्त होगा, आजाद होगा, वो खड्डे में होगा। कोई भी वो कैसे खड्डे में गिर गया है, वो बाहर वाले दूसरे खड्डे में गिरा हुआ किसको बाहर निकालेगा? जो मुक्त होगा, जो आजाद होगा, जो बाहर होगा, वो दूसरे को बाहर निकालेगा। वो भी बताया।
बिल्कुल।
फिर आगे बताया कि अर्जुन ने पूछा, तो आप जो है वो थोड़ी रीत बताइए कि आप तो अभी मेरे सामने हो, तो आप भी शरीरधारी हो, क्योंकि वो तो कृष्ण को शरीरधारी देख रहा था ना।
हाँ।
तो आप चले जाओगे तो फिर मेरे जैसे कोई जिज्ञासु आएगा, तो उसको आप कैसे, उसको कैसे आपका ज्ञान मिलेगा? वो थोड़ी रीत बताइए। तो फिर उन्होंने कहा, अरे मूर्ख, अरे अज्ञानी, मेरा सखा, मेरा प्यारा दास, आपको ये पता नहीं है कि मैं अजन्मा हूं, मैं अविनाशी हूं, मैं कभी नष्ट नहीं होता हूं।
वाह वाह।
मैं ये दुनिया मैंने बनाई है, तेरा अनेक जन्म हुआ है, वो मेरी नजर के सामने मैंने देखा है।
वाह वाह वाह।
अभी तो तीसरे स्टेज में आया है, पहले स्टेज में था ने, तब मेरा ज्ञान का नूर तेरे हृदय में मैंने ही डाला था। वहां से आगे आके फिर दूसरे स्टेज में आप आया था, तब आप जो है सेवादार बने के सेवा कर रहा था, तब भी मैंने आपका हृदय का प्रोटेक्शन करके, सिक्योर करके मैंने ही वहां से उठाकर आप तीसरे स्टेज पे मैंने ही तेरे को लाया है। आपके कहीं जन्म हो चुके हैं, ये मेरे को पता है, आपको पता नहीं है, क्योंकि मैं अजन्मा हूं। मेरी दृष्टि में सारा सृष्टि चक्र चलता रहता है। मैं अजन्मा हूं, मेरे से कोई अज्ञान में नहीं है, सब मेरे के ध्यान में है। अभी उससे ही सीसीटीवी कैमरा अभी ढूंढा है विज्ञानियों ने। वो जो जगत का मालिक है, उसकी सीसीटीवी कैमरा में सारा सृष्टि चक्र देखता है वो।
वाह वाह, क्या बात।
ये भी बता दिया कि तेरे अनेक जन्म हुए, पता नहीं है आपको, मुझे पता है। तो गुरु महाराज बताइए कि आपकी रीत क्या है। फिर उन्होंने बोला कि हे शिष्य, मैं मेरे प्यारे जिज्ञासु शिष्य के हृदय में समय प्रति समय वहां जाके अवतरित होता हूँ।
ओ हो।
वहां जाके मैं वहां उसका हृदय का स्थान ले लेता हूँ और उसको
वाह।
बताता हूँ कि देख, अभी तक सारी तेरी इंद्रियों, जिसके शरीर में जिसकी इंद्रिया है उसके पर मन का कंट्रोल है,
वाह वाह।
और मन पर तेरी बुद्धि का कंट्रोल है, और बुद्धि पर तेरी आत्मा की ताकत का कंट्रोल है।
ओहो।
ये तेरे को अभी समझा रहा हूं। इसीलिए मैं हमेशा यहाँ आत्मा में शक्ति डाल के तेरे को ऐसा पावर भरता हूं, ऐसी रीत बताता हूं, ताकि तू नूर जनरेट करके पहले तू तेरा मन को पावर कर सकता है, पावरफुल। फिर आपका मन पावरफुल हो जाता है, प्योरीफाई हो जाता है। ये भोग विलास में, ये क्रिया कांडों में, दुनियावी जब भोग विलासी जो प्रवृत्ति है उसमें से आप धीरे धीरे इसकी ओर आता है। वहां से आपका जो आशिकता है तो समेट लेता है, और तेरा मन है उसको तू पावरफुल कर लेता है। तब तेरा मन जब पावरफुल हो जाता है, तब तेरी सारी इंद्रियों की जो प्रवृत्ति जो बहिर्मुख होती है, बाहर देख के खींचती है, जाती है, वहां रुकती है, भोग विलास कर लेती है, ये कर लेती है, ये बहिर्मुख तेरी जो इंद्रियों की जो वृत्ति है उसको मैं समेट लेता हूं तेरे हृदय स्थल पर, तेरे मन पर मैं लेने की मैं विधि बताता हूं, और मैं वहां खुद रहता हूं, ताकि तेरी वृत्ति बाहर जाती है तो मैं तुरंत कंट्रोल करता हूं। वहां मैं तेरे को मैसेज देता हूं, वो मत कर, अभी तो मैं यहाँ आ गया हूं, वो नहीं कर, ये तेरे हित में नहीं है। ये सारी मेरी और तेरी सारी जो बात है ना, ये कुरुक्षेत्र के हृदय स्थल में हमारी दोनों की बात चलती रहती है गुप्त रूप से। तब तू तेरी जो विकारी, जो बाहरी जो प्रवृत्ति है, माया की जो प्रवृत्ति है, वहां से तू बाहर निकल के मेरी बात सुनता रहता है। फिर आपका मनोबल, मन मजबूत करके फिर आत्मा के क्षेत्र में चला जाता है, सोल के क्षेत्र में मैं तेरे को ले जाता हूँ। वो पावर सोल में आ जाता है, और वो सोल में जब पावर पहुंचता है, तेरा सोल, तेरा आत्मा जब पावरफुल हो जाता है, तब ये सारी माया की जो बाहर की जो प्रवृत्तियां है वो कंट्रोल में आ जाती है। और फिर अच्छी जो बात है, अच्छा जो काम है, वो तेरा और मेरा शुरू होता है। फिर आप जो है वो मुझे ये कहते हैं कि सूफी मास्टर जैसा मैं भी बन सकता हूँ। वो अर्जुन पूछता है, ये सूफी मास्टर, ये जो है, ये गुरु महाराज, आप जो अभी काम कर रहे हैं, वैसा मैं बन सकता हूँ? तो वो बोले, क्यों नहीं? क्योंकि ऑलरेडी आत्मा के रूप में मैं ही तेरे हृदय स्थल में विराजमान था। मैं ही था। तो बोले, मैं तो अभी तक अनजान क्यों था? और दुनिया में आप कहाँ होते हैं? तो गीता में बता दिया, जहां जहां जीव है, जहां जहां हृदय धबकता है, वो सारे हृदय में मैं विराजमान हूँ। वाह वाह, क्या बात है। फिर अर्जुन ने पूछा कि तो आपका दर्शन तो सब कुछ कर सकते होंगे ने? नहीं कर सकते। क्या कारण है? मैं भी आपका दर्शन नहीं कर सकता था, तो वह क्या कारण था? तो फिर बताया कि जैसे आईना के ऊपर रज यानी मिट्टी लग जाती है, जब गर्भ के ऊपर जब पर्दा आ जाता है, तो अंदर मेल है कि फीमेल है बच्चा, वो नहीं देख पाते हैं कोई। और जब बादल आ जाते हैं, धुआं आ जाता है, तब सूर्य और चांद भी थोड़े टाइम के लिए नहीं दिखता है। वैसे हे मेरे प्यारे सखा, अज्ञान रूपी जब पर्दा तेरे आत्मा के ऊपर लग जाता है, तब तू मेरा दर्शन नहीं कर सकता है, कोई भी नहीं कर सकता है। तो हे गुरु महाराज, तो आपका काम क्या है? तो वो बोलता है, हे अर्जुन, तेरे हृदय स्थल पर जो अज्ञान का जो पर्दा लगा है ना, उसको मैं दूर करके वहां ज्ञान स्थापन करता हूँ, मैं ज्ञान देता हूँ, तब तू मेरा दर्शन कर सकता है। और माया क्या है? अभी तक तू कहाँ रुका था? अभी तक तेरे को कौन खींच रहा था, तेरे लोअर से विकार, 5 विकार आपको कैसे परेशान कर रहा था, ये सारा मैं ज्ञान अभी मैं तेरे को दे रहा हूं, तब आप देख सकते हैं। क्योंकि अभी तू मेरा प्रिय पात्र बना है, मेरा मेरा तू बहुत लवली बन के अभी सरेंडर हुआ है, और मैं जो कहता हूं वो आप करने के लिए तैयार हुआ है। इसीलिए आपको अभी मैं जो कहूँ वो करना है, मैं जैसे जैसे आपको चलाऊं वैसे चलना है, वो करेंगे, वो चलेंगे, तो आप मेरा जैसा ही होगा। आपको अनुभव हो जाएगा कि मैं परमात्मा, क्रिएटर ऑफ द वर्ल्ड जो हूं, वैसा तू ही है, और हर एक हृदय में मैं हूं, लेकिन वहां उसको अनुभव नहीं है, क्योंकि अज्ञान रूपी पर्दा है, अज्ञान से वो मैं ढका हुआ हूं उधर। तो ऐसी बात यहाँ ये ज्ञान योग में बताई। तो ये कहानी, ये अर्जुन बोलता है, तो आप इतना ही दूर, इतना ही नजदीक है, अरे आप तो इतना ही नजदीक है, आप तो हृदय में विराजमान है, और मैं भी वहां हूं, आप यहाँ बार बार आते हैं, कृपा करके आते हैं, तुम्हारा और मेरा तो डिस्टेंस ज्यादा है ही नहीं। ये सारी कहानी, सारा दौड़धाम, गुरु शिष्य मंदिर, ये सब अखेड़ा क्या है, ये सब क्या है, अर्जुन को प्रश्न हो गया। तो वो बोला कि ये सारा अखाड़ा माया का चक्कर है, ये सारा अखाड़ा माया करा रही है, माया करा रही है, मेरा असली खेल ये नहीं है, तुम्हारा भी नहीं है। तो बोला कि अपना अपना असली खेल क्या है? अरे प्यारे सखा, तेरे हृदय में मैं ही हूं, अज्ञान रूपी पर्दा जब हट जाएगा तो मेरे को देख लेंगे, मैं और तुम इक्वल देखेंगे, अनुभव करेंगे, इतनी ही कहानी है, दूसरा कुछ ज्यादा कहानी है ही नहीं। ज्यादा कुछ दौड़धाम करने की, वो करने की, मंदिर बनाने की, मंदिर के झगड़े करने की, वो करने की कुछ कहानी है ही नहीं। इतनी ही बात है, सिर्फ इतनी ही बात है कि तेरे हृदय में मैं ही हूं, दुनिया के सब जहां जहां हृदय धबकता है वहां मैं हूं। तो इतनी ही बात थी। तो अर्जुन फिर अभी उसको रियलाइज नहीं हुआ है, फिर बोला कि तो सब लोग संन्यास क्यों धारण करते हैं? फिर उन्होंने कहा तो फिर ऐसे भगवे कपड़े वाले सब स्वामी जी संन्यास बन के आपको ढूंढ रहे हैं, ये खेल, ये कहानी क्या है? तो फिर उसके बारे में उन्होंने बताया कि हर एक सन्यासी जो सच्चा वैरागी होगा, मेरे को सच्चे दिल से ढूंढने को निकलेगा, तो वो जो है वो यही मार्ग से पसार होगा, यही मार्ग से, ये रूहानी मार्ग, हृदय में जो मेरा ज्ञान का सुनेगा, लोअर सेल्फ को, वो विकारों को नष्ट करेगा, फिर आगे बढ़ेगा, फिर आगे बढ़ते 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 मेरा प्रिय पात्र बन के फिर मेरा दर्शन जब कर लेगा ने, तब उसको पता चल जाएगा सन्यासियों को कि इससे आगे तो कुछ है ही नहीं, इससे आगे कोई महान बात है ही नहीं, तो उसकी सारी इच्छाएं वहां समाप्त हो जाएगी। और पीछे वाली जो उसकी जो 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 रूट से वो चला था, सन्यासी जो रूट से चला था, वहां भी उसको पीछे भी देखने की जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि महान दर्शन परमात्मा का जब हो गया, वो मिल गया, तो सारी भ्रांतियां, सारा इच्छा, जब उसका मन और चित्त ही मेरे में विरमित हो जाता है, मेरे में आ जाता है, तो ये स्वामी जी, सच्चा स्वामी जी है, वो सारी उसकी इच्छा वहां समाप्त हो जाती है, वो मेरे समकक्ष हो जाता है, उसको सच्चा स्वामी जी बोलते हैं। और तू भी सन्यासी बन के ही मेरे पास आने की तैयारी में है। फिर वो स्वामी जी का वहां दूसरे चैप्टर में बताया जी, तो 5वां चैप्टर में, फिर 6ठा चैप्टर में 2-5 मिनट करके ये 6ठा चैप्टर भी पूरा होगा। फिर 6ठे चैप्टर में क्या बात है, तो फिर उन्होंने बोला कि ये सब ध्यान लगाते हैं, ध्यान योग, ये ध्यान योग क्या है? ध्यान योग से भी तेरे को मिल सकते हैं लोग, तो ध्यान में लगते हैं, मेडिटेशन ये सब इसमें लगते हैं, तो ये ध्यान से भी तेरे को प्राप्त कर सकते हैं, तो उसकी रीत अगर है तो वो भी बता दीजिए। तो फिर उन्होंने बोला कि ये ध्यान की भी एक रीत है, उसके जरिए से भी मेरे को मिल सकते हैं लोग, लेकिन वो ध्यान की बात क्या है, कहाँ ध्यान करना है, कैसे करना है, वो थोड़ा बताया है उसमें कि कोई भी व्यक्ति जब साइलेंट में, एकांत में बैठेगा और उसका श्वास जो चल रहा है, वो श्वास की डोरी, ब्रीदिंग की जो सिस्टम है, डोरी है, ब्रीदिंग सिस्टम है, उसका कंट्रोल मेरे पास है। दुनिया के सारे जीवों की ब्रीदिंग सिस्टम का कंट्रोल मेरे पास है।
बिल्कुल।
उसके जरिए से मैं सबके हृदय का वॉच करता हूँ, रीड करता हूँ, देखता हूँ। इसलिए कोई भी ऐसा शिष्य, ऐसा जिज्ञासु जब जागेगा तो मेरे श्वास में, मेरे कंट्रोल में जब वो लगेगा, उस वहां ध्यान करेगा, तो वो तो डायरेक्ट मेरे पास से आ रहा है। दुनिया का कोई मनुष्य जो है ब्रीदिंग सिस्टम डेवलप नहीं कर सकता है, ऑक्सीजन डेवलप नहीं कर सकता है, खून का प्रोडक्शन अभी तक नहीं हुआ है, तो कुछ कंट्रोल मेरे पास रखा है। तो वो ऐसा व्यक्ति ध्यानी, वो ध्यान लगाएगा, तब वहां गीता में यही ओमकार मंत्र बताया है कृष्ण ने। ओम, वो है, वो समझाया है। वो जो है ना, वो परमात्मा, वो यहां मैं हूं। ओम, मैं हूं यहां, वो ही मैं हूं। इसलिए तू ओमकार का ऐसे समझ कर, मेरा नाम का अगर तू स्मरण करेगा, याद करेगा, जिक्र करेगा, तो मैं तेरे हृदय में जो है प्योरिफिकेशन करूंगा, पावर भरूंगा और इतनी एनर्जी जनरेट कर दूंगा कि तू, तेरे ये नेगेटिव सारी बातों को नष्ट करने का क्षमता तेरे में आ जाएगी। तो वहां भी यही अपना जिक्र की बात, वो 5076 साल पहले भी यही बात बताई है। तो यहाँ मुझे आज ये जो चल रहा था, तब मुझे ये अल्लाह का भी यही जो है ना, वो भी सारा शब्द ABCD ये सब आई वो सब य से शुरू होता है। तो वो अल्लाह हूँ, अल्लाह हूँ, तो ये भी वही है कि वही मैं हूँ, तेरे हृदय में हूँ। तो ये अगर हम ये जिक्र कर रहे हैं, वही ओमकार का जिक्र है, वही अल्लाह हूँ है। अगर इस जिक्र में कोई भी लगेगा, प्यार से लगेगा, तो जरूर उसके हृदय में वो विराजमान है, एनर्जी जनरेट करेगा और सारी नेगेटिविटी को भस्म करने की क्वालिफिकेशन, लायकात उसमें आ जाएगी।
वाह वाह,
तो यही बात इसमें छठे चैप्टर में बताई गई है।
बहुत आला। आप अपने बारे में कुछ बताएं, तारुफ कराएं अपना। हाँ भाई, कैमरा डालो। कहाँ से आप तशरीफ लाए हैं, कौन से मोहल्ले से आए हैं?
मेरा नाम
बैठो,
शेख
बैठो।
मोहम्मद फारूक है।
अरे वाह, आपका नाम तो बहुत सुना है, शेख मोहम्मद फारूक, क्या बात।
और
आप कहाँ रहते हैं?
मैं रहता हूँ मुमरा।
मुमरा में? हाँ।
हाँ, मगर ताल्लुक है किंग सर्कल से।
अच्छा,
राशिद भाई।
नेपाल तो नहीं आए थे ना आप?
नहीं, मैं नहीं आ पाया था।
हाँ, इसलिए मैंने देखा नहीं। बाकी किंग सर्कल वाले तो सारों को देखा है मैंने।
हाँ।
सब जो है वो जबरदस्त लोग हैं। आप नहीं आए थे?
मैं एक्चुअली उधर दुबई था, तो आ नहीं पाया था। इसलिए
अच्छा,
अभी सारा छोड़ के, वक्त निकाल के।
बहुत मेहरबानी आपकी, आप
मेरी
तशरीफ लाए।
मेहरबानी नहीं है, आपकी मेहरबानी ने आपने बुलाया।
अच्छा, तो ये जिक्र फिक्र के बारे में, सरकार के बारे में किसने बताया था आप?
ये
राशिद भाई ने?
हाँ, एक्चुअली हम राशिद भाई के साथ में काफ़ी क्या बोलते हैं, कोशिश कर रहे थे अल्लाह को ढूंढने की।
अच्छा
वो एक अजीब कैफियत होती थी,
अच्छा।
कुछ समझ में नहीं आता था। ऐसा लगता था कि अभी अल्लाह है तो दिखना तो चाहिए, मिलना तो चाहिए।
हाँ।
काफ़ी लोगों से पूछताछ चालू की, पूछा, मगर कोई बताता ही नहीं है।
हम्म।
सब यही बोलते थे कि बस नमाज पढ़ो, रोज़ा रखो, वो हो जाएगा, मिल जाएगा।
हम्म।
और कुछ तो बोलते हैं कि देख ही नहीं सकते हो,
हाँ।
मिल ही नहीं सकते हो। फिर राशिद भाई से मुलाकात हुई, राशिद भाई से काफ़ी बातें हुई। उन्होंने सूफियत के बारे में बताया। अब वहाँ पे भी एक पीर साहब थे उनके,
हम्म।
बोले ये कामयाब करवा देंगे, अल्लाह से मिलवाएंगे।
हाँ।
वहाँ राशिद भाई के साथ हम उसके भी मुरीद हो गए।
अच्छा।
अब वो जिक्र विक्र तो नहीं बता रहे थे, वो एक अल्लाह लिखा हुआ जो है, हम उसको अंधेरे में बैठ के देखते थे, लाइट में, वहाँ लाइट करके, कि वो हमारे दिल में उतर जाए,
हम्म,
मगर वो इतना हो नहीं पाया कुछ। फिर हमको ये अनवर भाई
जी।
वो देखते थे ये अलरा टीवी,
अच्छा।
तो उन्होंने बताया राशिद भाई को। फिर राशिद भाई ने आपसे सवाल भी किया था कुछ,
हम्म।
तो फिर राशिद भाई ने बताया कि भाई ऐसी ऐसी शख्सियत है, देखो तुम भी। और फिर अपने कयूम भाई,
हम्म।
सुमीत भाई, इन लोगों ने आके उधर किंग सर्कल में प्रचार किया था।
हम्म।
फिर हम भी देखने लगे, वीडियो देखने लगे, और जो हमारे दिल में सवाल थे उसको क्लैरिफिकेशन करने के लिए
हम्म।
काफ़ी आर्ग्यूमेंट किए हमने, कि ये क्यों है, ऐसा क्यों है, ये पहले क्यों नहीं पता था, ये क्यों नहीं पता था। मगर जब आपकी वीडियो देखने लगे हम, तो एक दिल मुतमईन हो गया कि नहीं, ये हक बात है और सच बात है, इसमें किसी चीज़ का झूठ नहीं है, और सारी चीज़ की पॉसिबिलिटी है। मैंने भी बहुत कोशिश किया, डॉक्टर इसरार अहमद को पूरा सुना, ट्रांसलेशन। अब उसमें ये समझ में नहीं आया कि आयत जो है वो मुतशाबिहात क्या है, और कहीं अल्लाह बोलता है कि हम अपनी आयतों को खोल खोल के बयान कर रहे हैं।
मुबय्यनात।
अब वो इतने बड़े आलिम, उनको नहीं पता चला, तो हम तो सोचे हमको तो कुछ आता जाता है ही नहीं, ABCD भी इस्लाम का मालूम नहीं है, बस निकल पड़े ऐसे ही।
हम्म।
तो काफ़ी चीज़ें कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट हुई, मगर आपसे दिल एक मुतमईन हो गया, नहीं ये बातें हकीकत है, और सरकार ने जो बताया है वो सही है। अब उसी की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, जितना वक्त हो सकता है देते हैं,
बहुत खुशी हुई आप यहाँ आए।
और बहुत कोशिश में लगे हैं। सबकी यही ख्वाहिश है कि आप इंडिया आओ।
इंडिया आएंगे।
राशिद भाई और परवेज भाई, ये कल ही है, कहाँ, परसों मेरी मुलाकात हुई थी परवेज भाई से। वो बोल रहे थे कि भाई मालिक को बोलना है कि इंडिया वालों पे अपनी नजरें करम जरा ज़्यादा करे।
इंडिया तो दरवेशों की सरजमीन है, सूफियों की सरजमीन है, और इंडिया ने दुनिया में एक बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले करना है। तो इंडिया पर तो सरकार की खुसूसी नज़र है, इसमें कोई शक नहीं है। बस अभी ये वीज़ों के चक्कर है ना, वरना हम तो कब के चले जाते। हमने किया था अप्लाई वीज़ा, लेकिन उन्होंने दिया नहीं। हालात कुछ ऐसे हैं, हमारी तरफ से तो कोई डिले नहीं है। जैसे ही ये लोग हमें वीज़ा देंगे हम तो चले जाएंगे फ़ौरन। अच्छा होगा। हम मुतमईन होके, खामोश होके इसलिए बैठे हैं कि अगर हम ना भी जाएं तो पैगाम तो यहाँ से यूट्यूब के ज़रिए जा रहा है ना। हम्म।
काफ़ी लोग तादाद में जुड़ते जा रहे हैं,
हम्म।
काफ़ी नए लोग भी आ रहे हैं।
और बाकी सब लोग कैसे हैं?
सब बढ़िया,
मुंबई के सारे साथी ठीक हैं?
सब बढ़िया।
चलिए, all right, time for the panel discussion. Here we go. We have Brother Steve, the chief panelist with along with Mahad and Nasir and Ghafoor Alvi, and we have Zahir Shah, and we have Tanveer Bhai. Where are you going? Oh. एक कैमरा यहाँ पर भी लगा दो ना कल, ताकि यहाँ से जो लोग हैं वो देख सकें यहाँ. All right, Brother Steve.
That was beautiful. Carrying on from yesterday's help and guidance for us for work, how we should conduct ourselves, how we should behave. And the first subject was talking about when you embark on this path of purification, that you get this feeling of almost like a feeling of depression, a feeling of sort of you have no self-worth. Explain very clearly to us that we have two feelings. These feelings are coming from two sources, ourself and from the devil, the inner devil. And this inner devil that we're born with is so deep-rooted and so entwined in our being that we can't differentiate between these two feelings. So this feeling that you get of the depression and the loneliness is because all this divine energy and this enlightenment you're going through is not going along with the plan of the devil, is it? You're going against his plans for you. So he feels, and this feeling comes through yourself. So that's very important. So it's about identifying which feeling and where it's coming from, and also about this ownership, isn't it? Self-ownership of your feelings. Carrying on from what we learned in the Sufi course, that the inner devil loves to do wrong things, do bad things, but it doesn't want self-accountability, doesn't want to be found out. I think that's quite in line with what has been discussed today, that this is the feeling that you don't want self-accountability, you don't want to be exposed, but we should own. It's about ownership, isn't it? Owning your faults. And those faults can be highlighted from others if they criticize you, if you get negative comeback, especially when you're doing mission work, when you're talking, when you're speaking the truth, then a lot of times you will get this negative comebacks to you, criticism. There'll be a lot of negative comebacks. So listen to them, take them seriously, think about it and just think, is this justified? Am I behaving in this way? Am I doing that? If you are, then you have to change yourself, be accountable. If it's not, then just forget about it and carry on. And as you're doing this mission work, you'll find, as we do, that it just won't always come from outside sources, that obviously that person you're going to speak to, going back to that plan and that the devil has for you, you're going against that. So the negative forces will try and stop you from delivering this message to the person. And it can come in so many different forms, outside, for even from people that you're with. They can start just at that crucial part when you're going to speak to somebody. Oh, you should have done this, leafed it like this, you should have done it like that, you shouldn't put the banner here, you should do this, and all this kind of thing. And you have to, okay, think about it, keep it in your back of your mind. He said that. If that is the case, then change it. If not, just ignore them. Because the main purpose is we're there to find the loving souls and to deliver our message. So just be courageous, as Sufi Master said. And this courageousness comes with the enlightenment of the heart and the more divine energy that we have. We become more courageous and we become more steadfast. Beautifully said as well that there was a very famous saying from Lord Jesus that the prophet is never accepted in his own home, in his own village or town, or even his own home. So that was a beautiful message, and this self-evaluating was very important in this. I thought was, and His Holiness said that a common person is only accountable on the end times at the end, but a Sufi is accountable daily and should be always trying to walk that path and improve themselves. So that was really important in us delivering the message to people. Then the further discussion went on about the Sufism, but I think that was the gist of the first one, about that. Very important that there's two feelings.
Yes.
And you have to identify where that feeling is coming from. You might think, very randomly, isn't it? You'll be talking about the message of someone or something, and a very strange feeling will come inside your heart. You're not doing the right thing. You shouldn't be doing that. And you have to identify, no, this is not
it
right.
happens.
Yeah, I am doing the right thing. This is just rubbish. This is not me thinking. And you have to keep steadfast. So I thought these are really important tools for us.
Yes.
And everybody should take notes of these tools when we're delivering the message.
That self-accountability is like keeping check and balance of yourself. That's very important, isn't it?
Daily.
Yeah.
Ongoing, not just at the end. We're not accountable just at the end times.
What do you think, Ghafur? Self-accountability?
As we learned today, that a Sufi is accountable every day to himself, whereas a common person is accountable to the God on the day of judgment only. Whereas
When he can't do anything.
Very he can't do.
Yeah. When, he reaches the point beyond repairment. He can't repair himself then. But Sufi can do it every day.
Every day.
And still time to repair and reprimand himself. Yeah.
If you love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good for your progression. Yeah. That's
So
right.
one should feel low in abundance. As you said, one should feel low in abundance, so that it will help you purify your lower self.
Yeah. But don't fake this.
Yeah, it should be genuine.
It should be genuine feeling of lowliness.
Yeah.
Don't fake it. Don't fake it. In Pakistan, Brother Steve, in Pakistan, the Muslim priests, they teach us to cry in remembrance of God. And people ask them, what if we don't feel like crying? And then you know what they say? Just pretend that you're crying. So it's not about pretense. Like if you're not feeling low and you shrug your shoulders, I'm feeling very low. This is faking lowliness. Right. So we have Zahir Bhai. Zahir Bhai, a disciple of His Holiness Gohar Shahi, has how many roles to play?
A disciple of Sarkar Gohar Shahi has to play two roles, dear Sayyidi, today, and we have to keep that as Sayyidi explained it very that as a student only is very easy. You just come to the school, college, just study and just go back, close your notebook. It's very easy. As a teacher only is also not that difficult.
Yeah, because you're not switching from one
From one
role to another.
one. Yes, but
So you're heavily concentrated on one particular role.
Yes.
This is how it's easy.
Yes. But as a follower, as a student of Sarkar Gohar Shahi, we have very important roles, which is divided into two roles. The first one, which is as a Sufi student role as a Sufi student. We have to learn on daily basis and preserve it in our heart. If we have nearness or feeling love for Sarkar, we have to just keep it just for ourselves, inside in ourselves, and preserve it. And that should be either on regular basis, or some people just do it like revising it before sleeping. So in either case is okay. The other part, which is more important than as a student, is that we have to play a role as a Sufi master when we take this important mission to outside, to the different communities. And there are a lot of communities, a lot of different cultures, different languages, different kind of people, and we have to work as a we have to play a role as a Sufi master, but according to that culture or that religion. Like if it's a Christian, we have to, touch upon that side which is attached with Christianity, not attached with, other religions. Like for example, if I give a message to a Christian person and I tell him the picker of Ram, and it will not work. We have to we will be very careful about it. To a certain people, to a certain follower of certain religions, we work or act upon the advice and the teachings of All
right, thank you, Zaid. Okay, we'd like to hear the same from Nasir now. Tell us about two different roles of a disciple of His Holiness Gohar.
The two roles that you spoke about, the first role being that of a student. And this, in Sufism, to the people that are listening from the Eastern, they know the Eastern lingo. And you explained as well, this role is mustafiz, gaining benefit. Basically, you're a student, so you're gaining benefit from the knowledge being rendered. You're learning, you're a student. So that's the first role. And then the second role of a student, of a disciple of His Divine Eminence Gohar Shahi, is to also be able to play the role of a master. And in Eastern lingo, that would be known as mufid, to be of benefit to others as well as being as well as gaining benefit. They're also able to render benefit. And this reminded me of one incident that you often speak about, whereby Sarkar once said, after many years of spiritual training, Sarkar said that, and we all know that Sarkar never ever claimed to be Imam Mahdi. Sarkar never said that this is what you should believe, that I'm Imam Mahdi and you should believe it. But one day Sarkar said that today you believe that Sarkar is Imam Mahdi. And Sarkar said that, Sarkar asked, did you believe it yourself? Did you gain this faith yourself? No. And the answer is that Sarkar explained and expressed the knowledge in such a way that you came to believe that Sarkar is Imam Mahdi. And then Sarkar said that in the same way, now you go out into the world and make people believe the truth, not by explaining that Sarkar is Imam Mahdi, but by bringing them slowly to the same station that you stand at today, by bringing them slowly to believe that Sarkar is Imam Mahdi. And you would see in Sayyidi's style of speech and Sarkar's style of speech, Sarkar never ever claims anything. And Sarkar's style of teaching is to make you understand the truth, to make you reach the conclusion of the truth instead of saying this is the truth. And that is I think, the beauty. Because today we see everybody is saying this is the truth, this is the truth. Sarkar doesn't say this is the truth. Sarkar lays the tools down for you, and you use those tools to recognize the truth.
Yeah.
That is the best example. And we have Sarkar's style of teaching, we have Sayyidi's style of teaching before us. And I think that is the greatest example. And we should follow this example. When we go out and we speak to people, this is the best way of explaining the mission, by not making any statement, by making the other person come to the conclusion of what is the truth, by making them realize that today we live in this dark age. We do. And everybody will acknowledge that. People of any religion, and even the atheists, will acknowledge that we live in a really dark age where moral values and all of these things, they will recognize this. So you use this, you use common sense to reach ground level of understanding, and you move on from there. And in the same way that you did when we were brought to this mission, when I, growing up, when Steve, when every single person that is listening to this conversation live, that is sitting in this room, we all started from point A.
Wow.
And our role as a disciple of His Divine Eminence Gohar Shahi is to first be a student, to absorb as much knowledge, to absorb it, preserve it, and when the time comes to be of benefit to others, then you are to bring them to the first station of the first lesson, which is the awakening of the heart. And that should be it, because after that, Sarkar says that when the divine energy, when you are producing divine energy within yourself, then the powerhouse of divine energy will automatically pull you towards itself. So our job as a disciple, when teaching others, when we are playing the role of a master, is to simply bring to the fore the recognition of the awakening of the heart, allow them to understand what is the awakening of the heart, and then bring them to Sayyidi Younus AlGohar, bring them to ALRA TV. And this, to all those people that are often asking on live ALRA TV, that how should we present the mission, it doesn't get any simpler than this. This is the role that you have to play. Tell them, make them aware of the awakening of the heart, and then bring them in front of Sayyidi Younus AlGohar. Gohar Shahi.
Sufism does not promote argument. Therefore, when you deliver our message to people, if there is an argument, you should avoid falling into the argument. What is an argument? An argument is a talk in which one party believes one thing to be truthful and the other party denies it. Right? This is argument. When you deliver your message to somebody and that somebody is argumentative and they deny it, don't continue. You can tell them, okay, this is what you believe and this is what I believe. Take care. Right? So, as a flag bearer of this mission, every single Sufi from Universal Sufi Order is strongly discouraged to adopt an argument. Where there is an argument, stop it. Don't go further. You can tell them, all right, no offense. You believe what you believe and I believe what I believe. There is no room for any conflict. any violence. Is that understood? What do you think of it? Right? Because, you know, to explain something is one thing, and to convince somebody is another. Now, you may try hard and learn the expertise of convincing people, but I will not believe it, because this convincing is not something which you can achieve by any art, by any expertise. People are only convinced about spirituality when they are given this comprehension by God. A Sufi is chosen by God for this path. A Sufi is chosen by God for this path. And how does he choose? Activation of the heart. If the heart is activated, that simply means this guy is chosen. And those who are chosen, they will not argue with you. Because some people will only waste your time and their time, right? You will try to convince them and they will say no. No matter how hard you try to convince me, I will not be convinced. So you're actually wasting your time and energy. So the best option is that you back off. When you see somebody is being argumentative, then back off. There is no result. This message will be accepted by those who will have natural inclination towards spirituality. And those who have natural inclination towards spirituality, they don't go into argumentative discussion, right? They will listen to this message and they will want to try. I'm not saying you will explain your mission to them and they will believe it straight away. No. When you explain this mission and this message to them, they will tell them, let me try. Let's see what it is. Now, this will show that the person is genuine and is not, looking for any futile argument. So whenever you see somebody is being argumentative, now there is a very thin blue line between these two situations. Situation number one, somebody is asking you questions in order to satisfy his quest. That is not argument. People can ask as many questions as possible. Because somebody who will show a genuine quest into spirituality, they will want to understand it. And in order to understand, they will ask you questions. Asking a question or questions is not an argument. Right? But then, argument will start when they will ask questions and you answer and they deny. They will ask another question, and before you even finish answering their second question, they will bombard you with another question. And they are not listening to your answers and replies. When they ask you questions and they are not listening to your replies, they're not listening to your answers, they're just concerned about, throwing as many questions as possible and still unmoved. Now this is when you should realize that this is developing into an argument. Back off. You don't want that. Because when somebody asks a genuine question and you answer that question, right, and that person is not still satisfied, he will ask you one more time. Like when you answered, I understand this part, but I don't understand this part. So tell me about this part once more. That is asking questions. So some people will start asking questions and later on they will keep denying your answers and it will turn into an argumentative discussion. We do not want that to happen. If somebody is being argumentative, you need to back off because you will be wasting your time. So as a Sufi, you will avoid arguments. Write it down. What do you think, Brother Steve? Because you know what happens when you are in an argument, then it becomes a tug of war between two egos, and one wants to win on the other, and the other one wants to do the same. So you are not genuine in asking question and answering the questions. You know, in an argument, you Sufi will be tested. Now, somebody is being very naughty, and even with the answers, he is not satisfied, and he is just bombarding you with questions. Then he is actually triggering your ego. Your ego will be triggered, and rather than explaining the mission, you will be defending yourself. You will be defending yourself. And it will not be about the mission, it will be about you. So we don't want you to be in that situation. When there is argument, you will feel it. After a few questions you asked, somebody who is asking questions, the answers are not satisfying him, rather than satisfaction, he is getting hostile. You know, hostile and angry. So that is the time when you say, that's enough. I think you believe what you believe and I believe. It's a free country. It's a free world. This is what you believe. I respect your belief and you should respect my belief. Take care. May God be with you. No more than that. Because some of our people have this habit. They will want to win in that argument. I personally don't like it. Have you seen me arguing with somebody? I try to answer the question and when I realize, no, we're not getting anywhere, then I say, I'm very sorry. You are right. Thank you so much. Simple. According to many Sufis, like I said about the secrets of God, you can't share it with newcomers, new students. You know, many Sufis talk about this. There is a Sufi in Pakistan, used to be a Sufi in Pakistan. He said, "Khasan di gal amma aage nahi munasib karni, mitti kheer paka ke Muhammad baksha, kuttiyan aage tarni." It's very difficult, Punjabi. But let me tell you what he says. Do not share the secrets of God, which should be confined to the elite ones only, with common people. If you share the secrets of God, which should be confined to the elite one, and you're sharing it with common people, it's equal to a scenario in which um, you know, you make wonderful cooking, pudding, and you put it to the dogs. The dogs will not appreciate the pudding. Nasir will. So no argument. Write it down. Let's have Brother Steve and Nasir's view and others' view on it.
about raising awareness, isn't it? That should be in the back of our mind. We're just raising awareness.
Yes.
Even when it comes to the divine signs, we're not, can't you see it there? Look, here, look. You know, we can't, we're raising awareness that the signs are there. Please observe them yourself. You know, don't people start thinking, oh, I can't see it. What's wrong with me? You know, we have to really, isn't it? It's really, we laugh, but it's, you see it on every time you see
funny.
it. And it's really wrong, you know, very wrong.
They take it personally.
So they take it personally.
Why are you, I can't see this. You are a kafir.
So we have to think we're raising awareness, and the arguments, I mean, we're not just wasting our own time and wasting the time with that other person, but if you're in a big venue, if you're in a festival or a expo, 10,000 people, and they're all walking past, they're looking, they want to know, they're loving souls, but you're there arguing with some idiot who's never going to, he's just come over there to tell you where was he born, which village was he born, you know, and all this. They don't want to know anything. And then if you say, no, I don't know. Why don't you know which village? And you say, you know, you can answer. Sometimes I just say, well, I had a teacher at school. He was wonderful. I don't know where he was born, but he gave me some beautiful, he was the best teacher I ever had. I didn't ask where he was born or, you know, there's, and just answer them. If they keep going on and on and on, then what's the point? They're not talking about spirituality. They're not talking about heart enlightenment. They just want to know all this kind of stuff and then arguing with you. And meanwhile, everybody's walking past and you're just wasting your time.
They're making a scene.
Yeah. So I think I always try and keep that sentence in the back of my mind. We're raising awareness. We're introducing the teachings. We're introducing the Sufi order.
Yeah.
We're not forcing anybody to believe anything. We're not convincing somebody who's never going to believe it.
No, you can't.
It has to be done very, very gently. As you said, that's another beautiful thing I won't forget now. Everything on a timer. You know, release it on a timer. Everything that we've learned over all these years and we've kept, just don't unleash the whole lot.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's just going to confuse everybody. So these are beautiful helps for us.
Yeah, it's perfectly said that, and it always happens. We always see it, and day-to-day life, we see that when somebody is trying to initiate an argument, it's never going to get anywhere. If someone's genuine in a debate, in a topic, they're going to ask questions. They will raise concerns. But if they're trying to instigate an argument, it's never going to get anywhere. It's just a waste of your time, and you're wasting the potential time of other people that may be benefiting from these teachings. That's key.
Questioning and arguing, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there may be a belief that they have, and they find that maybe something that you're saying is contradicting them, and they will ask it as a question, but they won't be raising an argument. So if someone's arguing with you and getting heated up, there's no point in carrying on that conversation. You just ask them, okay, this is our message, and we've heard what you have got to say, and everybody's got their own opinion, and you have the right to keep your opinion.
Yeah, like Brother Steve said, give them the leaflets of the divine signs and tell them, take it home, look at it very well, and if there is, you will see it. Don't just stop them there. No, you have to see it, otherwise they won't let you go. Don't do that. Give them the leaflets, tell them there are these signs. Have a look at it when you go home. That's it. Nothing else. Because it's impossible that somebody look at the moon and doesn't see the picture. It's not possible. So why are you trying? So about this argument, Ghafoor bhai, aap bataiye iske baare mein. A Sufi should not be trapped in arguments.
Yeah, true. We should not engage into the arguments because it's only the waste of time and energy. And only the hateful souls, they will never accept our message. Only those people, they come forward for the arguments. Loving souls, they always tend to accept our message. Only hateful souls are argumentative. So it's useless to argue with them. You said it's waste of time and energy.
Swamiji,
So,
what do you think of argument?
We can say politely and very respectfully, arguer who is argue with us, we can say them, oh, congratulations for your thoughts. You have, oh, congratulations for your thought. But now I have some important works. So that, thank you very
Forgive
much.
me.
Forgive me. I am going.
Wonderful. Tanvir bhai, what do you think of this argument? He's not handsome enough to be seen on the TV. I'm not kidding. All right.
Of course, as far
A
as
Sufi must avoid arguments, because argument will create negativity. And what happens sometimes, I have noticed it on many occasions, that some of us were arguing with somebody else. And when they returned after 2 hours, they were loaded with a lot of negativity. Right? So it's never beneficial for any party. It is, I think it's just waste of time. What do you think? What's your take on it?
as it explains itself that entering into an that takes us nowhere. Obviously, a Sufi is interested in imparting and conveying his message and as easily as possible. But if the other party, the other second party, if he is not interested, and he is making him to enter into an argument or in an endless debate.
And also remember what Brother Steve said, bear it in your mind that you're only raising awareness. Somebody is not ready for this awareness. Don't try. Right? You're only raising awareness. You're not here to establish like now,
Yes.
by hook or crook. You must believe it.
Yes. Because Sufi is not in a business of winning or losing. It's not a matter of winning or losing. Like you said, that to is awareness, make people aware. And another the aspect that you just Saidi pointed out, that it creates a lot of negativity. Unintentionally, when we enter into an endless debate, like negative energy around us, and or positive energy. So just the sensible course of thinking, the sensible course is to avoid argument and try to present our message as easily as possible, as friendly as possible. And like Swamiji said very well, that we must congratulate them, and I can add to it, like Haji Sahib says, that Ustad teri azmat nu salam. That's it. And just see them off happily and friendly.
All right. And also when you speak to people, when you explain your message to people, you have to use very soft words For example, I am telling you, this is imperative. I'm sharing it with you, right? I'm not teaching you, I'm not telling you. Because if you say I'm telling you, it will mean they will think, oh, we're all ignorant. We don't know anything. You're here to tell us what is right, what is wrong. No. Give them respect. Tell them, I'm very happy to be here with you today, and I would like to share some of my points, some of my experiences with you. And you're not actually attacking on their ego, right? So you have to use very wise words. Some people uh, will use wise words, and they will say a lot of, high quality stuff, and they will get away with it. But others who do not know how to use wise words, they will explain a simple truth of the world, and they will get into trouble. Vocabulary is very important, right? You need to make sure the words that you're using, what will be the impact of those words on them. So use selective words. Sometimes your words fail you. Sometimes the way you express yourself fails you. You have to use the right uh, vocabulary, words that are not commanding, words that do not suggest that you know the best, words which give others the message that he is here to share his experiences, which means that he thinks we all have our personal experiences and we all know something or other, right? This is important. Right vocabulary, suitable words, because when you explain the truth, you can't explain the truth with common words, ordinary words. You have to use proper words which convey your message with the spirit of the message. Because deliverance is a very important job. And how you deliver is very much dependent on how capable of delivering the message with the spirit you are. Do I make myself clear here? We'll come back tomorrow with more points. This is enough for today. And tomorrow we will come back with more points, with more messages of congratulations. That was hit of the day.